Hey everybody! Today we're going to be creating look number 2 using the Blend Bunny Cosmetic Sugar and Grunge eyeshadow palette. For eyeshadow base today, you already know I'm using the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas, but I'm gonna mix the shades Cocoa and Medium so I can get my perfect skin tone, or at least as close as possible to my perfect skin tone. Because today, I want things to be smoky. I think I want to use this column of nudes and this column of grays and blacks. I don't really know exactly how that's gonna go or what I'm gonna do, but that's the generalized plan. Apparently, I need to be mixing Medium and Cocoa more often because this is a perfect match to my skin tone, and I could see myself using this on the daily just to cancel out my eyelid darkness because this eyeshadow base has such good coverage to it. It looks so good. Like, I don't even need eyeshadow. I'm happy with this. Let's just set it and be done. But that's not fun. So I'm gonna start with the shade Complicated, the mid-tone neutral brown. I think it's neutral. Maybe it's a little cool. It's so hard to tell being by these other colored shades. I'm kind of just gonna use this all the way around to sort of set the base, but I want to keep it mainly in the crease. That way it just sort of adds some dimension to the look. Wow, that would be an amazing contour. It seems like it's the perfect shade. By the way, I hadn't brought it up again since I set up this light, but how are you guys liking the lighting so far? Do you prefer how it looked like, what was it, 4 videos ago? I just really don't know yet. I mean, it looks good. It doesn't look bad at all. I just don't know if I prefer it over how it looked before or if I like it more now. I do need to get a different lens for my camera though, because it's a little further away from me now because I had to put a light in front of it, and before I just had a ring light and the camera was in the middle of the ring light. That being said though, whenever I zoom in, I can't zoom in quite as close as I could before, and I think a new lens would fix that problem. Anyway, let me know in the comments if you like the lighting now or if you liked it before instead, or if you can't even tell the difference and it doesn't matter to you, that's fine too. You know what? This shade is literal nude perfection. It's like the perfect shadow shade, not like eyeshadow shade, like shadow, like light shadow. It's also the perfect shade to go with this palette because all of these light pastel colorful shades will pair perfectly with this neutral brown. So you could do just a neutral brown crease and throw one of those mattes all over the lid and be done. And it would be a quick, easy 1-2 look. Throwing in a graphic liner would make it even more fun. I ended up blowing out that shade so much more than I anticipated, so now my entire eye is just a neutral brown. But that is just fine because now I'm gonna take the light gray shade called Payphone and then blend all of that out all the way around. So hopefully it'll lighten it up a little bit, but still keep it really soft and smoky looking. Because I don't know exactly how this is gonna play out, I'm gonna start using this shade just in the inner corner and blow it out. That way if it is way too light for everywhere else, I can just use another shade on the outer corner and keep the inner corner lighter. Oh, I think that's gonna be really good. I'm just about to try a full face of new products, and I don't really know how it's gonna turn out or if all of the complexion product shades are going to go with a colorful look. That's why I'm choosing to do something more neutral and smoky. That way, even if I do have a super bright, crazy looking blush, it'll still look okay. But good news, luckily Payphone is amazing with this look, so I'm gonna be able to use it all the way around. Woot woot. I wanna start adding a little bit of drama now, and so that I don't overdo it, I'm gonna use a really small domed brush and go into the shade Mixtape. I don't know that Mixtape is actually going to be darker than Complicated, but I'm really not worried about it turning Complicated a little more on the gray side and then just going in with a darker color again if it doesn't, but I am hoping that it's going to start deepening up the crease a little bit more. Okay, let's see if it's darker. No, I don't think it is. I think it's about the same level of brightness, it's just gray instead of brown. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and add this all the way throughout the crease, then go right on top of it with some black. That looks really weird. We've got gray, brown, then gray. Love that for me. Before I do add the black, I'm gonna go back in with the big fluffy brush I've been using and just blend out those edges and kind of mix it in with that brown a little bit more, so the separation between the gray, the brown, and the gray isn't quite so intense. Okay, that's a little bit better, I suppose. And now for our darkest shade, I'm using Combat Boots. I'm pretty sure it's just a black. Now you guys can watch me just turn this entire look black. Yay! I am going to start out in the deepest, most reaches of my crease, and hopefully it will kind of stay there. I just love the shade black. It does wonders for eye makeup. Now, moment of truth. Let's see if the black takes over completely. I'm gonna blend out these edges again with the same fluffy brush I've been using. Okay, so I don't hate it, but I kind of feel like I should have just stuck with one column or the other and done just a fully gray look or a fully brown look, but at least they still work well together. For the final touch on the lid, I didn't really want to use any of the shimmers in the Grunge palette just because I want this to stay super muted. I realize that's sort of a wide variety and can be open for interpretation, but for me, I think I'm gonna go in with the Silk Naturals Chrome Eye Color. It's essentially liquid steel in powder form. I mean, look at how intense that is. But I'm gonna do it as sort of like a spotlight kind of vibe, so I'm gonna take that black and pull it down on both corners of the lid first, then go in with the chrome. I'm not gonna add any more base before I add that on because I don't really think it's gonna need it, at least based on my previous experience with these, but we're gonna find out together. Oh, look at that. That is so intense. Wow. You guys, that is with literally no tacky base, no setting spray, no finger application, just a dry, flat brush. That is amazing. And we're just gonna make sure we blend these edges out. Now it's time to clean up these edges and see what we're working with. You guys, here is the completely finished look. Okay, listen, I know the shimmer obviously was not Blend Bunny Cosmetics, but the whole gray-brown gray thing that I really didn't think I liked at first, I actually really like now that all of the face is done and I can see all the makeup come together. P.S. I used the shade Complicated as a contour and it is the perfect shade. I didn't use a whole lot, but I just use it on the lowest points of my cheekbone, on the perimeter of my face, and on the little spots here on my forehead to just bring those spaces a little further back and add dimension to the face, and I loved it. They need to make one big round pan of that shade and I would buy it over and over again just for contour. But what do you guys think of the second look at using the Sugar and Grunge palette? I love the sort of like sexy, smoky, sultry vibe that this gives. And it matches my shirt, which I love that too. It's just crazy to me that this is probably one of the most simple eye looks you can do, especially with this palette since it's literally 2 columns, but it is so effective. It looks so nice and the blend is amazing, just like it always is with the Blend Bunny formula. Anyway guys, that's enough from me for this video. I hope you enjoyed the second review of the Sugar and Grunge eyeshadow palette from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up just to let me know. Also, if you like this look and you want to see more looks like them, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok. My username is the same for everything. It's just ChristopherJMUA. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!